Hi, Romans 8:28 says that, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose. To love is to serve, and love brings you back to service. And this is what the story of John chapter 21 about Peter is all about. And you know, Peter denied Christ 3 times. So this is the last chapter of the book of John. It describes how Jesus restored Peter back to his service, to his purpose, to his calling. John chapter 21 verse 1. And these things Jesus showed himself again to disciples at the Sea of Tiberias. And in this way he showed himself. So remember, Jesus called Peter, and I will make you fishers of men. Where? At the Sea of Galilee. Peter was fishing, not fishing rod, but really in the family business of, but the whole night they couldn't find any fish. So the same miracle is about to happen here at the Sea of Galilee, which is also called the Sea of Tiberias. So it is like a reenactment. It's like taking Peter back to the time when Jesus called Peter. So let me read. It's a long read. Hope you bear with me. Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and sons of Zebedee, and two others of his disciples were together. Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. Okay. Then they said to him, we are going with you also. And let's look at verse 4. But never mind, let's continue. They said to him, we are going with you also. They went out and immediately got into the boat, and that night they caught nothing. Remember the first time Jesus met them at the Sea of Galilee, and they caught nothing as well. But when the morning had now come, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Then Jesus said to them, children, have you any food? They answered him, no. And he said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some. So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it in because of the multitude of fish. So it's a take two kind of the first time Jesus met them. It's like going back to the first love. You know, Jesus taking Peter, especially Peter, particularly Peter, going back to your first love. And sometimes we walk with the Lord, we have many failures. We have gone through many things, ups and downs, and sometimes we feel we are really lost because we remember the time when we first met Jesus. It was really fantastic, and we had experiences with Him, and we have this wonderful, beautiful love relationship with Him, and so much into the future of His calling and purpose for us. But along the way, many things happen, many things unexpected, many things that like tie us down, limited us, and sidetracked us. So Jesus is bringing them, Peter especially, back. It's like a renewal. It's like renewal of first love. It's like saying, hey, yes, you have gone through all these things. We can come back to from the very beginning when I called you. Okay. Don't let failure define you. You see that later on, Peter, who had denied Christ 3 times, Jesus asked him, do you love me? And when someone asks you, do you love me? That means he loves you. That's why I asked you this question, right? So, do you love me? And Peter answered Jesus, I love you. It's like getting Peter a chance, opportunity to love Jesus 3 times because he failed Jesus 3 times. So, Verse 16. Verse 15. So when they had eaten breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me more than this? And Peter was lost. He was confused, particularly about himself. Was he worthy to serve Jesus? Was he worthy? I mean, he had a great revelation. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus told him, upon this rock I'll build my church and all that. And probably you think I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. But all you need to do, or all you need to have, all you need to focus on was love. Because Jesus did not say anything else. Just ask him, do you love me more than this? What is this? Back to his business, fishing business. He's going back. There was a reason why he went back fishing, right? It wasn't just for the food, but it's like rekindling of his old profession, going back to giving up everything, the time he had with Jesus and all that, and going back to the prior time before Jesus appeared to him. Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me more than this? When Peter left his fishing business to follow Jesus, it was out of love, and out of love that he gave up his business, gave up his profession, gave up his family business actually, gave up what he was good at. It's out of love that we follow the calling of God, out of love that we want to serve him. And second time, he said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. He said to him, feed my lambs. He said to him again a second time, this is second time now, verse 16. He said to him again a second time, Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me? He said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. And he said to him, tend my sheep. He said to him the third time, Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me? Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, do you love me? Why was he grieved that Jesus asked him 3 times? Because the third time is a reminder to him that he denied Christ 3 times. Because there was a prophecy Jesus gave to him. The three times is striking in him. That's the 3 times, and it's a grief. But Peter overcame the grief, and he said to him, Lord, you know all things, you know that I love you. So if you fail the Lord in any way, you can overcome your grief in failing him. There's a difference between Peter and Judas. Judas allowed his failure to overcome it, allowed his failure to become condemnation. And of course, there wasn't any love in Judas. He loved money, not Jesus. So here, you got to let go of your grief. Allow the love of Jesus to heal you. What was Jesus doing? He was healing Peter of his grief. Why did God allow Peter to fail? It was a prophetic, remember? Before the rooster crows 3, you will deny me 3 times. Because this occasion here, this encounter here is very, very important. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love never fails. And love is the most important thing about everything here. The most important thing about Peter that Jesus was telling Peter, most important thing about you, Peter, is not whether whatever you fail, whatever the past you have. The only thing I need from you, the only thing I want from you is whether you love me. And that is what is all important. That's why it's important. Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Most assuredly, I say to you, when you were younger, you girded yourself and walked where you wish, and when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and Another will gird you and carry you where you do not wish. This he spoke, signifying by what death he will glorify God. Peter will glorify God by his death. And love brings you to success. Love takes you to success. He failed Jesus 3 times because of fear of persecution, because of fear of the authorities who apprehended Jesus. But Peter failed. He feared for himself that he will be caught like Jesus was. But now Jesus prophesied again. First time Jesus prophesied, he will fail me 3 times. But now you are going to be successful, Peter. You are going to be successful. And you know what counts, Peter? You know what counts is love. It's not your performance. It's not your ability. It's not your willpower. It's whether you love me. Love is the key. Love never fails. And when he has spoken this, meaning Jesus, Jesus said to Peter, follow me, follow me. What does it mean to follow Jesus? Okay, if you love Jesus, you follow him. Follow his example, follow his teachings, and follow his purpose. God bless you.